to use technology in a proper way, a way that is beneficial to our nation. Recently, His Excellency, the President of Uganda, challenged Africa. He said, the Western Americans are already in the moon, Chinese are in the moon, and the rest. But for us, we are still here, we don't even know where to go. But those Chinese and the Americans and others who are already in the space, it was not the president who sat before in front of the computer to send them in the moon. It was the young people like you here gathered. It was the young people it wasn't the ministers. It wasn't the chairperson of the ICT. It was the young people now creating wonders for the world. And if we start small like this, as a young people of this region and beyond, in the next few years, we can also be in the space, in the moon, like His Excellency, the President was challenging Africa. Why can't we make something grow from Lira city, and then the entire country and the continent can benefit through Kakebe technologies, with support from our elders who are here, with support from political leadership that is already very supportive to you, right from His Worship the Mayor to your Member of Parliament, and then to the chairperson of the ICT in the country. We can do something. You don't need money. You don't need what? You need encouragement and equipment that can guide you. And I'm so grateful to Huawei that supported this cause. We thank you very much, and also your partnership with the country. We know you are doing a lot with Uganda. You have provided opportunity for internship for so many young people, and some of them you have retained them as your permanent staff at Huawei Technologies. You're doing that great job. I know you have planned to have internet throughout our country, and come and start here in Lira City. You have been to that school where we are, where they are going to be based. How are you going to support that school? These are the things we want. The minister is here for us. The members of parliament are here, the whole chairperson of ICT. So you have done a lot in the central. We want a lot done in this region. So Huawei, we are inviting you here officially to take advantage of our young population that is so hungry to update themselves with technologies. As I wind up, I believe this week-long workshop will help you, the young people, to understand the relevance of technology in your lives and also in the community where you live. I pray that you do whatever it takes within 1 week and go back with something. If you do that, your lives will not be the same. We had a very great guided tour from Heritage School, and I think that will be one of our focus this year. It is a facility that is so convenient for grooming the young people, and we thank the director, Pastor Peter Okodo, for that outstanding development. These are some of the developments that the city now needs. So we appreciate you for that initiative, and we call upon other developers to emulate that spirit so that we can grow faster. With that remark, Honorable Minister, permit me to invite the chairperson, Lango Parliamentary Group, Imat, to come and talk to her children. Honorable Judith Aliek, you are most welcome to address the youth.
Thank you so much. It's reasonable, thank you. Good, and all the time. A round of applause to the Almighty God for bringing us to this workshop. The Honorable Minister, who is our chief guest in this meeting. The Honorable Member of Parliament, Honorable Tony Ayu, who is the chairperson of ICT at Parliament of Uganda. The mayor of Lira City, the RCC, the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Lira University, Assistant RDCs and Assistant RCCs, Deputy RCC, the town clerks, Huawei, the DPC, the Minister in charge ICT at Lion Cultural Foundation, Kakebe Technologies, the trainees, ladies and gentlemen, you're most welcome. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the organizers, to thank the team leader, Mr. Otolo Cedric. Cedric is here. Let us give a round of applause to him. Before I say, it's a wonderful initiative for the young people. I'm very happy about it because I've ever interacted with Cedric Otolo. He one time came to my office. I didn't know him before, but he was seeking guidance from my office, from myself, and I really appreciated what he was doing as far as technology and innovation are concerned. I happened to take him to the Right Honorable Speaker to really present this kind of person who actually needs to be supported by the government, by Parliament, by the leaders, and by everyone, and also by the non-governmental organizations. Technology is the way to go. When we were growing, when we were at school, we used to say technological advancement is a threat to mankind. This is what we used to debate so much, and we could have the proposers and opposers, and I remember I took the side of proposers that was a threat to mankind. But what there could be some limited threats. Advancement in technology is again something to embrace because the world is now going digital. We cannot run away from this. It's going digital. But it has to be regulated. We have to regulate it. There are also bad parts of technology and the good parts of technology. So which side outweighs the other? We need to assess this. But what I'm seeing now in a digital world, in the health sector, in agricultural sector, in education sector, we are all using technology. In business, you see, this is something that can connect the world so quickly. In 1 minute, you are done. And that is the importance of technology. So I would like to thank Kakebe so much, Kakebe Technologies. This is something that is unique that you have brought to Lango sub-region. Yes, to show to our youth, our young people, let's clap for them. The young people. We are already outgrown and we are already old people, but what about these young ones? How are we bringing technology closer to them? Now, my main concern is about accessibility. How can we access this? How can we access technology? How affordable is it to our people? Is it affordable? Is it affordable? This is something that we have to question. And then, not only that, as we embrace technology, how appropriate is it? What appropriate technologies are we trying to promote to our young people? It has to be appropriate to key issues in development. We have climate change. How can we use technology to address climate change? How can we use technology in order to bring food to the people? Food. I remember Mr. Tolo shared with me an app that he had made an, where is Otolo? That app that he had come up with could test the soils. What kind of soils do we have? It's not a matter of taking the sample to the laboratory to test, but you just go with an app and stand there and say, this soil doesn't have loam soil, doesn't have what? It is sandy, it's what? It cannot grow, we cannot grow this kind of crop in it. That is the technology we want. Because where we have reached now, we want technology. Looking at the percentage of our children who are not in school, we have them in the villages. Like a higher percentage, about 22% of our children, 22% only attend secondary, which means we are losing about 78, am I right here? 78% of our children not attaining secondary education. Yet, this is already the access to technology. We have private schools, yes, that are already bringing on board technology. Let me thank Jerusalem, call it what? Jerusalem Heritage. Wow. This is an example of a primary school that is embracing technology, although it's a private school. So they are trying as much as possible to promote technology in their school. I'm looking at now the affordability. The private school will be there, all right, but deep down in our rural schools, they don't know anything about technology. Maybe apart from the mere phones that probably the parents may have, and they access the phones and they will know how to call someone. So it is upon us as government to look at technology to be something that can reach each and everyone. So I want to thank you so much from where you have started. For those who will go to that school and access technology will be the people who will spread a lot of message, a lot of knowledge about technology to others. Because if I study and I come out, I know that the knowledge that I will have got can be spread across. Even if I'm going to be a teacher, I can teach our children technology. Thank you so much, the proprietor of Jerusalem Heritage. Let us clap for him. And he has already offered the facility for training. We went there, we visited the place. It's a wonderful place. It's a very wonderful place. I want to thank also Lira University for also offering a training room for our children. This is something that we must embrace. So technology has a very significant impact on young people, both in terms of opportunities and risks. Yes, opportunities and risks. But I'm seeing opportunities will outweigh the risks that can be taken in technology. So young people, this is an opportunity for you to access information, to learn, and to express yourselves. This is so good. I want the young people to clap for Kakebe Technologies. Uganda is a developing country, and I know that as we develop, technology is also advancing. So we are moving with that. Huawei, thank you so much for giving us wonderful support. You provided computers for our young people. This is a great achievement for us. I would like to wind up by saying technology, as we know, there are some people who use technology for cybercrime, for even hacking, you know. There are others that are using technology for conning. I know the RCC talked about misuse of technology. But Parliament has also come up with a law that is, yes, computer misuse. We have a law already. So don't misuse your technology. Uganda as a country and Parliament of Uganda will continue to even amend such laws. It may be computer misuse, but we shall also add technology. Computer is a technology, but we shall still improve on our laws and make it a bit friendly that, yes, we should promote what can develop the country, what can develop Uganda as far as technology is concerned. So be very careful by using those computers and other technological gadgets. And I also want to say that much as we are here and we are advancing in technology, some people are doing robotics, others are doing artificial intelligence, others are doing so many things. Young people, you are so energetic. I know you will help us to change this world. The world is now going digital. So it will save our economy. Technology will also extend our lifespan, because life will be easy for us. And it will also increase productivity, yes, to build this nation further. And it will also be time-saving. And we know that by working hard as young people, the world will never be the same again. I thank you so much for coming. I would like, therefore, to take this opportunity to, can I welcome the Honorable Minister? Huawei? Okay. Honorable Cedric, please come up here. Wow. Sorry. Sorry, Cedric Otolo. You see, I'm calling you Honorable because I also saw something in you. So you never know, in Jesus' name. Something may happen. You may become a honorable member of parliament or even a honorable minister of ICT. Yes. Amen. So thank you so much. I wish everybody a good deliberation, and I wish everyone good health in this function. May God bless you all.
Thank you so much. Let's give a big applause for Mama. There's a time someone called me Reverend, so today is Honorable. Maybe I can combine all those titles together. Our program has changed a bit, and because of time, but then we are still in the scope of the agenda. I'm going to take this time before the minister comes to share with us, and then we can continue with other programs, to invite Huawei Technologies to come and give us a special keynote address. Thank you so much. Welcome you on stage. And I also would love you to introduce Paul as you speak.
All protocol observed. By name, I'm Gerald Ola, and currently I'm the Industry Solutions Manager of Huawei Uganda. Before I tell you my story, allow me to introduce my director. He's called Paul. His Chinese name is Hope Yong. So if you want to call him Hope Yong, it's okay. You find Hope Yong very hard, please just call him Paul. Allow me just connect to the screen very quickly. Thank you very much. Let me pull the screen a little closer. Can the screen be seen by everyone? All right, thank you. I am going to run very fast. I know very many people are very hungry. I don't want to be that person who is standing between you and lunch. So, yes. I wanted to start by saying, you know, everybody is saying the future is for the youth. But I want you to look at it differently. Ideally, the future is for those who see the beauty in their dreams. What do I mean by that? Your innovations, what you're thinking is your future. See the beauty in it, take that path. Let me start. Huawei Youth Empowerment Programs from Huawei. So I'm going to run through this very quickly. Huawei is 100% committed in supporting the youth activities in this country. Initially, we had started doing it at a central point, but as of this year, different direction. That is why we have started to come down to the local governments, to the different entities, because we realized at the end of the day, the law reread that. So, how is Huawei going to do this? First, together with the government in order to ensure that the whole country is connected. Recently, I think as of last and phase 6 were launched. And so with that, the whole country is going to be connected. So how can the youth elephant, or rather the best way to eat an elephant is not to swallow the elephant, is to take a bite. Solutions that you can come up with. Small solutions, no matter how small they are, the solution is. Mentorship, multimedia. You have something very big, your point is very big. How can Huawei help? Right here, there are these big 4 points. Other than services, I know the technical people here understand what I mean when I say cloud services. And the beauty of creating an AI, you need the computing power. Buying servers are very hard. Huawei is going to provide you with the computing power. Has very many platforms that can be used. Digital marketing solutions. There are very, very many solutions that is, if you remember, I say there is a program running for innovators, right? For those who missed, I'll repeat. Where you'll access cloud services free of charge. If you need it, you can follow and get that. And then, who do not have access to schools? How about people who cannot go to different entities? We have different CSR programs. So Juakali are basically people who do not have access to schools. What do? Fundamental IT skills. At least give them marketing capabilities, marketing ICT skills. How do you access government? You can take. First is the Huawei ICT Academy. You've been given a very, very awesome tracks. There is the ICT Academy and the Seeds for the Future. For this to, anyone can apply. You apply, and then you will be taken through a course. You will compete. After competing, the best students are taken to. Why am I saying this? I was a product of the Seeds for the Future program. In 2018, I participated in this. From this, I was able to see, there is a city in China, the technological city in China is way better than Kampala. How do they do that? They take you through the journey, step by step. And it's from this and do in transforming the community. And me going for that has helped me during the implementation of the National CCTV project. That is a product of that. The National Backbone Phase 5, Phase 6 is a product of that. Currently, we are working on a couple of other projects. For example, Mama's project. There is a big project that Huawei really wants to work with Mama, and it is the Smart Healthcare project. We all understand the digital divide. And every time they say they are experts, the expert is in Kampala, the expert is in India. How do we get the expert even to the health centers in Amolatar? It is through this. And Mama, we'd like to thank you very much for your passion in this. Thank you so much. And that is just what technology can do. So with this, you can sit in Amolatar, consult an expert in India and talk to them face to face. He tells you, touch here, is it paining? Yes, it's paining. He knows what is happening. So that is what technology can do. So that is why I say, think big, but take a bite slowly. You'll be able to finish the elephant. There is the digital, or rather the smart village. We are going to set up our prototype smart village in one of the districts in the east, in Butaleja. But this is just trying to open up your mind to show you what you can do. And the beauty is, in case you need Huawei for any technical support, please reach out. We have local engineers who will understand you. We shall build the projects or the solutions together with you. And so, what am I trying to drive at? The first one is Huawei is deeply committed to what is happening here, and we shall support the development of the youth. And secondly, there are a lot of opportunities that come up. Please don't let them pass. Hold them dearly, hold them closely. And the future is very bright if this is the direction we are taking. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, the team from Huawei, for supporting the National Tech Camp brought to you by Kakebe. I'll once again rise up Honorable Judith Aliek to invite the guest of honor.
Thank you, my daughter, for bringing me back again to welcome the Honorable Minister to come and address this gathering. Honorable Minister, recently I heard that Komboni College was coming up with a good innovation. And one of the things that they have so far made is the security alarm. Yes, that can be operated in a way and the alarm will just go. And many others that they have so far innovated. So we already have schools that are coming up with good innovations in technology. So I think this is something that we have to also put forward to your ministry, to the Ministry of ICT. We already have the chairperson here, and then others. Then as Parliament, we need more money also. We need to put more money in ICT. Honorable Minister, I forgot to say that Mr. Otolo, I'm supporting this program with little money. I'm putting 500,000 for our young people. Please enjoy. So at this point, I would like to invite the Honorable Minister of Health, Dr. Jane Ruth Achengo Chero, who is our mother, our mentor, our, our strong lady, who is leading Ministry of Health, who is trying to connect us also to the digital world through Huawei and many other organizations. You're most welcome. Honorable Minister, you address the gathering. Please take your seats. Thank you very much, Honorable Judith Aliek, the chairperson, Lao Parliamentary Group. It is really hot. I don't know whether all of you are feeling the heat. Let me try to go through this protocol. I know I was invited to officiate, first of all because of my background in public health and youth advocacy, but also the work that we've been doing with Huawei, as you heard, and through my son, Cedric. However, I want you to know that through the Ministry of Health, I am also championing digital transformation in the health sector, and Huawei mentioned a little bit of it. So this launch aligns perfectly with the vision that we have for the health sector in Uganda, and indeed, the future of Lango. Digital literacy is crucial for our future. And as the saying goes, the future favors those who are ready. And I'm going to repeat this. The future favors those who are ready. Because many a times, many of us fear technology. True or false? Many people fear technology. Even the smartphones alone, we fear to use it. I'm using my smartphone. This is where I wrote my speech. So that's what I'm using. But that's not to tell you that sometimes I don't fear. I also fear sometimes. The world is rapidly digitizing, and while Uganda is catching up, the Lango region must position itself strategically to harness these opportunities to solve the challenges we face today. And I listened to the mayor critically. One of his statements, he said, we need to be able to track our goats and cows and chicken. Yes, people steal them. Even when you've tagged your cows, they are stolen. You can use technology to track and know where they are. But he also ended by saying we need to track the revenue that we collect and utilize, but also monitor the processes through which it goes to avoid delays. And that is what we really need to do. The potential for a digitally literate society is immense. Imagine a community where individuals can receive targeted and beneficial information about health, agriculture, wealth creation, education opportunities, financial services, labor, anything, whatever it is, all through digital platforms. Imagine a day when you go to a health facility and you just push in your national ID and all your information comes out. That's what the health sector is working towards. Once we have the national health insurance, we are done, and we shall be there. In fact, many services in Uganda are now electronic.
including tax services through the Uganda Revenue Authority, drivers licensing, the public procurement system, universities, and other institutions of higher learning increasingly require students to apply and access resources online, including those of you who are looking for scholarships. Applications are online. If we don't prepare ourselves with digital skills, we will be forced to pay others to perform these tasks for us. We will be forced, and actually, it is going on. We are paying. Many of you are paying others to do the task for us. But why should the children of Lango be the ones paying? They should be the ones getting paid. You need jobs, so you should be the ones getting paid. We must position them to become skilled service providers, not just consumers. Lango is rich in resources that the world desires. I will mention one that the mayor did not talk about, and that is shea butter, as an example. I know Tuke, Kide, is very rich in shea butter. The internet can be our gateway to global markets for this product. But how will we access these markets without digital skills? So programs like Tech Camp equip our young people to leverage digital platforms to promote and market themselves. Opportunity for jobs, tenders, and business contracts are increasingly published online. And even submissions now require ICT skills since they are also done online. I know there are many business people here. When you apply for a contract, it is online. And sometimes you pay the young people to apply for you because you are fearing technology. So we need to put down our egos and fears and come to Cedric's class. I know Cedric is willing to welcome both youth and the elderly. Yes or no? He will answer. The pressing question we must answer is, how do we prepare ourselves quickly for these opportunities in business, education, and employment? We must deliberately train and empower our youth. Beyond accessing opportunities, ICT skills can be harnessed to solve local problems in health, agriculture, education, etc. Students can use technology for research. Farmers can improve yields through data-driven techniques. Healthcare can become more efficient with digital tools, not to mention access to health promotional and educational resources. ICT and internet offer incredible opportunities to apply knowledge, access information, and build fulfilling lives. They open doors to vast amounts of learning, art, and culture, while breaking down barriers between nations and opportunities and other communities. Phones and computers are becoming cheaper, and more people in Lango can now benefit from these innovations. However, ensuring that ICT has the broadest and most positive impact on as many people as possible remains a challenge. This is where political and business leaders must step up. addressing critical issues to unlock ICTs and the internet's full potential. While challenges are real, they are not insurmountable. Before I conclude, allow me in a special way to appreciate Kakebe Technologies for this vision of getting our youth empowered and working hard to train them. I had opportunity to meet Cedric together with Paul in my office before the Christmas season to discuss this training. And I want to thank you for coming. Allow me in a special way to appreciate Huawei for partnering with Kakebe Technologies. You are both youthful. Please continue with the program. I also want to appreciate the various partners that have supported this training. There are so many on the board there. There is Nita U, Better Life International Organization, Redefine Your Life, the Unlimited Youth, Lira University, Jerusalem Heritage School, Oysters and Pearls, Sky, there is NDC, and of course Huawei and Kakebe. If I have not mentioned you, please forgive me. I use 4 eyes. But I want to say a big, big, big thank you to you. Let's appreciate them. I also want to appreciate once again Jerusalem Heritage School through the proprietor and Lira University through the Vice Chancellor for providing a conducive training environment for our young people. It would have been difficult to get such an environment without you coming in and offering it at no cost, but also you embracing ICT. Now, as I conclude, let me offer a word of caution. ICTs enhance everything. They enhance the good, but they also amplify the bad. So let us learn responsibly. I have seen many young people take up to the bad, using ICT to insult, to demonize, to pull down. I don't think that is what it was created for. It is meant for the good. So while we are training, we have to emphasize discipline, responsibility, and good skills. Let's use the ICT tools, including the internet, to create positive change and avoid engaging in harmful activities. Let's be vigilant. While you use technology for good, be mindful of those who might misuse it or exploit others. We have even gone to the extent of seeing people use AI to create negative voices. Let's be positive. Let's work together to make technology a tool for progress and empowerment for every young person in Lango. I look forward to the report of this training, and I look forward to a very positive report. So with these remarks, it is now my honor and pleasure to declare this tech camp officially open for God and my country.
All right, thank you so much, Honorable Minister, for the address. And let's give a round of applause to applaud the minister. And yes, so we have some little bread in front of us here that we would want to join in hands together. I would love to invite the DVC, Lira University. Paul, would you please join us? We have amazing queens in this building that I wanted Deborah, who is also a queen, to be able to introduce them. I'm sure she's going to do so. Would love a couple of the queens to join us as well in cutting the cake. And I need 4 students, 2 girls, 2 boys. And I'm also inviting the DPC. I need 2 volunteers. There's 2 students, boys and girls, all ladies and gentlemen, to join us for this cake cutting. Yes. Please also our guests in front, please all of you join us. You can join us. Reverends, please, we welcome you to come and join us for the cake cutting. So we're going to cut the cake scientifically. Please, let's also have representatives from Kakebe and join us here. We can stand behind the minister. She's going to cut the cake because we want to have a photo moment so we can all come this side. Yes, let's line ourselves behind and then we cut the cake. Yes. Uh-huh. How about we put so minister, I don't idea. So I think we could be this way. Okay, it's okay. I think you could move back a little bit so that you spread out like, yes. Where are the students, the queens? Please. It's already down. Salome is a good person.
Okay, let's sing. Congratulations and celebrate. Let's sing. What's happening? No one is listening. Congratulations and celebration for what you got with your blessing that you did. Congratulations. Okay, let's count. We are going to count.
Okay, let me pray. Heavenly Father and King of Glory, we bless your name for this. Even as we launch Kakebe, O Lord, Father, we have a beautiful cake before us, which is showing us that today Kakebe is starting a new day in building the young people in technology. Father, we surrender this cake in your hands, that may the cake inspire us to greater heights. In Jesus' mighty name we prayed and believed.
So we are going to count. Okay, so we are going to count from 5 to 0, and we shall shout Kakebe. Yeah, so let's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, Kakebe!
All right, thank you so much. Let's go back and we take our seats. Let's go back in. I was about to say this is lunch, and I was correct.
Cedric, It reminds me of a game I played back in my childhood days.
Kakebe.
Yes, that game was called Kakebe. And back in the days, when you win, you actually shout Kakebe.
Yes. So
Yeah.
now, ladies and gentlemen, as we sit, organizing this camp has not been easy because there was no money. But then this cake was very expensive, and we have not even paid back the money for this cake. So we want to raise some money so that we pay for this cake. So if you have some money, just tell us how much can you give us so that we pay for this cake.
That is very true.
I want to start with the hosts of this beautiful tech camp. We have two beautiful hosts, or handsome hosts rather. We need your support in supporting this cake. Do you have some shillings that can help us support the cake? Now this cake, as they support, we're going to be able to make sure that these students who are looking at me, they eat food when they go back. Are we together?
Yes.
Yes. So who is willing to give us any amount of money to support this cake? Me, I'm
Buying
giving.
cake. We have the chairperson, ICT Lamp.
Where is my accountant? Where is my accountant?
Thank you very much.
Where is my accountant? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support.
He has
Thank you so
given
much, the
us a
Minister of
sum
ICT.
200,000 shillings.
Thank you so much. If you have any support that you want to give towards this special program, we would really appreciate. But also, as we support the cake, we have a gift for everybody who is seated in front here.
Let me interrupt.
Yes.
The minister has also contributed to the cake, a sum of 200,000 shillings.
Oh, thank you so much.
Sorry, I forgot to announce that I will be supporting the training with 1 million shillings.
Thank you so much. Now that is diet for the camp. Campers, clap your hands. That's already diet for you. Where are the pens? Where are the pens? So, please, we have our pens. Please, our ushers, please come and help us. Come and help us.
Contribution from one of the campers.
1,000
Okay,
shillings.
yes, around
Thank you
about
so much.
for
Thank you
her.
so much. And in a special way, I would love to thank my brother, Daniel Obal, who represents us as the young people in the office of the president. He really believes in this program. He was able to support 35 young people to be here. Let's give a... Daniel, please rise up on your feet, and then we just recognize. Thank you so much, Daniel, for the support. Where are our ushers?
Honorable Judith
Please,
Aliek
ushers,
has-
where are you?
Honorable Judith Aliek has fulfilled her pledge of 500,000 shillings.
Thank you so much, Honorable Chair. Honorable, thank you so much. Some of you think that fundraising is only done in church. No, we are here today. So these pens, I'm going to give to each of you. And these pens go for 20,000 shillings per person. So ushers, where are you? Make sure you follow. You can write a check. You can do anything possible. Usher, where are the ushers? And Innocent, please come and help us.
Innocent, please come in.
These pens, if you receive it, you're blessed. These pens, who needs a pen? This pen goes for 20,000 shillings. Our bank account is
How many pens are
600
here?
708 1986 in the ABSA. Do we have any agent banking around? Yes. Thank you so much. Please,
Cedric.
Innocent.
Greenstone Junior School Director has given us a sum of 100,000 shillings.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Director, for the support. For the support. For those who missed the pens were few. We still have books. We still have books here. Where did we stop with the pens?
We still have more pens.
We still have more. You leave one for me. Honorable, did you get a pen? Okay, you'll buy a pen, but you have a book at least. Yes, you have a book at least. You have a book. Please, where are the ushers? We need some help.
To speaker. He needs a book.
You need some. Who needs two? You need a book. And he has a book and a pen as well. So cost of production has gone a bit high. 2 pence. Some people need 2 pence. Yes? On behalf of Archbishop Orombi, they are supporting the camp with 200,000. Let's give a big hand clap for that. And also, I want to let you know that we are doing robotics training and ICT at Archbishop Orombi Comprehensive Secondary School. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's have the books. Let's have the books. You cannot fail to have a book. You have a book? Okay. Who needs a book? Who needs... Please. Daniel, you have a book. Do you need more copies? You need more copies. DPC, there's a lot of things to write in this country. I think you need a copy. Yes. You need a copy. Yes. Ambrose, you're pretending to be so busy on your phone, but there's a book for you here. Yes. The books are running. Now, guys, I have only 3. Oh, we still have more. Is there anyone who is missing a book? Yes, we have people missing books. Where are these people? Oh, someone needs a book there. So, as you're getting the book, make sure you pay your taxes.
I'm reliably informed that there is also cashless going on. So Cedric is going to give us a Momo code. We cannot be Kakebe Technologies and we cannot run liquid money.
So innocent. All these people need to pay taxes for the books. If you know, just be a good citizen of the republic of this country. If you know you got a book or a pen, just raise up your hand and pay taxes to him. In good faith. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Honorable Minister is here. Innocent, Honorable Minister is here. Honorable Minister is here. Honorable Minister is here. And also, in case you want to send digitally, you will be able to come alongside with him. Okay, Deborah, please give me those 2 copies. Give me those 2 copies. 2 more copies. So these remaining copies, I am not going to give anyone. If you feel you want to buy these copies, just let me know how much do you want to buy them. Any buyer out there, you want to buy a copy of a book. Are we together? Okay, if there is no buyer, Brian Yeko, you have 1 more extra copy. Yeah. I'm also buy. Yeah, I'm going to buy also a copy. I'm also buy a copy. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, now, right about now, as we serve the cake, we are going to organize for a panel discussion. I'll invite Brian Yeko to introduce and usher in those taking part in the panel.
Thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause to the Honorable Minister and our guest who made it up here. We are going to arrange for the panel discussion, but as that gets on, we are going to have a group photo. The Honorable Minister and the Chairperson Lao Parliamentary Group and the National Chair ICT, plus the dignitaries we've invited, will go outside for a group photo. After that, we shall come back in here and join now in the panel discussion. So for now, DJ, do you have any soft music that can be able to lead the minister out for this activity? You can also feel free to stretch a bit. We know you've been seated for a long time. So stretch a bit so that we can get back in here. Our discussion will be for 15 minutes only.
We are having photo moments. Please feel free to walk out for a photo.
see the colors of the rainbow, and I can feel the sun on my face. I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I can feel heaven in this place, and that's the sign of a victory. That's a sign of a victory. I can feel the spirit of the nations, and I can feel my wings riding the wind. Yeah, I see the finish line just up ahead now, and I can feel it rising deep within. That's the sign of a victory. That's the sign of a victory. Now I can see the distance of your journey, and how you fought with all your might. You open your eyes to global warming, and through it all, you sacrificed. but you decided to roll with the party. Are you kidding me? Cause all we ask from you is some honesty and motivation. Give us something to believe. I'm only one man with a voice. There's something we got in common. Need a model, well then look at me. He's a Democrat, he's Republican. There's a fight in the race, who's gonna win? Put your differences aside, man, if you can. Cause there's way too many people suffering. I wish they didn't have no label. There'd be more change with no label.
407 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal.
There is not a liberal America and a conservative America. There is the United States of America.
My fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask for your country.
I need the ushers to come.
All we say to America is be true to what you say.
I need the ushers from Kakebe to come and organize. Dear ushers from Kakebe, I need your help here. Our ushers from Kakebe, you need to come and do the panel setup. Ushers from Kakebe. Ushers from Kakebe. Salome, I need you.
She said, you don't know what you mean to me. I do. All I think about is you. Even when I'm with my boo, you know I'm crazy over you. No matter what I do, all I think about is you. Even when I'm with my boo, you know I'm crazy over you. I see all out and you looking, I never say a word. I know how thought I can trip and I heard about that girl. No way, hey, no they gon' fight over no day, hey, as you can see. But I like your steez, your style, your whole demeanor, the way you come through and holler and swoop me in his two-seater. Now that's gangsta, and I got special ways to thank ya. Don't you forget it, but it ain't that easy for you to back up and leave him. But you and Dirty got ties for different reasons. I respect that. And right before I turned to leave, she said, you don't know what you mean to me. I do. All I think about is you. Even when I'm with my boo, you know I'm crazy over you. No matter what I do, all I think about is you. Even when I'm with my boo, you know I'm crazy over you. Sing it for me, Kay. And I love you, and I need you. Nelly, I love you, I do. Come on, girl. And it's more than you'll ever know. Boy, it's for sure. You can always count on my love forevermore. Yeah. East Coast, I know you're shaking right. Down south, I know you're bouncing right. West Coast, I know you're walking right. You don't know Midwest, what you mean to me. I do. All I think about is you. Even when I'm with my boo, you know I'm crazy over you. No matter what I do.
As we wind up the photo session, I'd like to invite us back inside so we can continue and finish up with our program. Let's walk back inside. Let's walk back inside the City Hall for the panel discussion. The campers, we need you back here. The trainers, the ushers, the visitors, everybody is needed back in the council hall. Join us right here. Let's finish the program. Those who are going to chair the panel, I hope you're around. Let's come back to the City Council Hall. The program is still going on. Dear campers, please come and reassume your seats. We are going to have another photo moment after the program and many other photo moments at the camp. Let's reassume our seats, our dear campers. Let us reassume our seats, please. Our time is fast spent. Those that are going to be taking part in the first panel, please be around. Dear campers, please walk back inside. We need you back here. Ushers, please help me with getting people back to the council hall. Thank you very much. Those leading the panel, Emmanuel from Kakebe, Denise, please see me at my desk. Brian Yeko, I'd like to invite you back here to usher in the panelists for the first panel. Denise, please see me at my table.
Thank you so much. Would like to request for your time of about just 20 minutes so that we are done from here for today. So help us just pay that patience. Joshua, please help me get the rest so that we get started. We cannot start here when we don't have Honorable Tony Ayo here and the rest. DJ, give me some sound. Allow me welcome back in the house the RCC and the other team members, the Honorable Councillors, Honorable Tony Ayo, and the rest, so that we can be able to begin our program. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, as we said, we are going to have a panel discussion, and allow me, with great honor, to call the first panelist, who is the cluster coordinator of Miss Tourism Uganda Northern Region. She is also the CEO for Miss Lira, a distinguished businesswoman. She has always played a vital role in promoting tourism and cultural heritage in the whole of northern Uganda and Uganda at large. This is a person who has been fostering opportunities for young women and has contributed and is still contributing to the community development through entrepreneurial endeavors. This is none other than Miss Gloria Alele. Let's clap our hands for Gloria Alele as she steps over here. She's our first panelist. Gloria, you are most welcome. In that same mood, allow me in a special way invite our second panelist. This is a high accomplished professional, and this is a visionary leader and entrepreneur, the director of Greenstone Junior School. He spearheads educational excellence. Additionally, he oversees Jomwa Properties, leveraging his business acumen. A certified organization manager, Joshua brings strategic insights and innovative solutions to the table. His entrepreneurial spirit and passion for success has established him a respectful figure in his field, and this is none other than Mr. Asimwe Joshua Makiga. Joshua, you are most welcome. Last but not least, we have the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of academics at Lira University. It's a position that he has held since June 2016. He's an influential academic, author, poet, playwright, and filmmaker. This is a person who was at Chambogo University for over 23 years as an associate professor of literature and film before coming to Lira University. His multidisciplinary work spans drama, cinema and aesthetics, literature, film, adaptation, visual history, heritage studies, and Uganda literature. His creative works includes Wehabonyo Kwani, most of us know in Lango, Whole Letter Bonyo Study, copyrighted under Uyeng Theatre Group, Into the First Future film in Leblao or Luo language. His literature works are integral to Uganda educational curriculum. He is also a celebrated pioneer in connecting academia with cultural preservation and social empowerment. He uses these platforms like radios, online media, and internet to share insights and inspire society. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, join your hands to welcome with me Professor Okpaha Opio Dokotum in the building. These are the three people who are going to be in the panel, but allow me also to introduce the person who is going to lead the panel is none other than Mr. Ogwal Emmanuel. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm humbled. My name is Ogwal Emmanuel. I said I'm the director and co-founder of the Unlimited Youth and also the coordinator of the Kakebe Tech Camp 2025. I want to stand on the existing protocol to welcome you once again to this very exciting moment of the panel discussions. Our panelist has been introduced in a very unique way, and I want you to join us together and welcome them once again with applause. Let's clap our hands and welcome them. Without wasting much time, I want to pose a question to Miss Gloria. Miss Gloria, with your experience as a cluster coordinator of Miss Tourism Uganda, Northern Region, and the CEO of Miss Lira, I want to pose this question to you. How can technology enhance tourism promotion in Northern Uganda, according to you? Up to you, please.
Thank you very much.
Emmanuel?
Emmanuel, thank you very much. Sorry, my name is Gloria Alele, and I'm very honored to be before each and every one of you in your different offices, the RCC, the Lord Mayor, and everyone else. I honor you in your respective offices. Emmanuel, I also want to appreciate my panelists who are here with me, Mr. Opio Okaka, such an honorable man. Joshua, it's my first time meeting you. It's such a pleasure to share the panel with you. The question is very interesting. You asked me how I envision tourism.
How can you use technology to enhance tourism promotion, especially in Northern Uganda? Or maybe to be specific, in Lango sub-region?
Okay. Basically, technology at the moment has taken over. Everything rotates literally around technology. And we all know everything is being promoted. Everything is literally being promoted through social media. And without social media, a lot of things are not reaching out to the community out there. So I think I would use the internet to promote tourism to the people out there, to the world, to promote Uganda, to promote Lango at large. I don't know if I have answered the right question anyway.
I think you have answered it,
right
but
track,
I think
yeah?
it's not very clear.
Yeah.
How will you use technology to make sure that Lango stands out in this
Lango.
region and also to the world at large? Maybe you can do that in about a minute, and as I
Okay.
move to the next panelist. Thank you.
I would promote Lango using social media, tourism sites that we have around Lango, the Olulum, the footprints of Olulum, and very many other tourism sites. We have the Aru Falls that is in northern Uganda. We have a lot of tourism sites, the Balonyo that is not being reached. We all have to use social media to promote these cultural sites and the tourism sites in northern Uganda, in Lango at large, to make sure, to see to it that our tourism sites have been elevated at the end of the day.
Thank you so much, Ms. Gloria, for that. I want to jump to our dear professor. You're most welcome to this panel. you are a gentleman that holds, I don't know, your position in Laos sub-regional places us at a very high position in terms of how people think about us, how people look at Laos sub-region and everything you've done. Especially, I was saying that if I watch Wega Bonyokwani, even now, it still makes sense like it used to be 10 years ago. I want to pose a question to you that as an advocate for preserving Ugandan heritage, how can technology be leveraged to document and promote local culture and tradition? Over to you, Professor.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel. Just allow me to ride on the protocol of the Honorable Minister, which I think covered everyone and everybody, and of course, fellow panelists. We all know that technology is a tool. You know, for very many years, we thought that technology was a white person's thing. So when you see technology, that is a white man's thing. So we would say, so it had nothing to do with us, black people. But now we understand that technology is a tool. So if it is a tool, it means you can use it to do almost anything. It is also the same with heritage, because when you talk about heritage, you're talking about a very vast field. It is so huge. You're talking about heritage, and history is heritage, culture is heritage, music is heritage. There is also education is heritage. It's really huge. So all I can only confine myself to say, as a tool, technology has become actually the way by which we are baptized to this new millennium. I would actually say, you know, if you want to be a Catholic, you can't just be a Catholic without being baptized inside. So whether we talk about heritage, whether we talk about...
Maybe sorry for interference. When you actually acted this, you were actually very young, like most of us. I want to put it to perspective that imagine by that time you acted, you had all this kind of technologies. What could you have done with it better than what you've done before? Just connected to the question I've asked before.
Yeah, so first of all, Wehabonyokwan is a product of technology. Of course, we were using the VHS technology at the time, which was video production. But now we have more sophisticated cameras, you know, the 4Ks, 5Ks. We have now Blackmagic, which is the big camera right now. So we are going to be doing Wehabonyokwan Part 2 this year.
Oh, that's great. Please, sir, I think that we deserve much more of applause than that.
Yeah.
Please, can we add more? Thank you so much.
So
yes.
what that means is that we're going to do a better film than the film that we did, because now we have better technology, and we have also an understanding of how the cinema technology works in terms of also streaming and all these other things, you know, post-production technology. So we're going to be doing a much better film.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Let's clap for him once more. Thank you so much. I want to go to Mr. Asimwe. With your vast experience in managing schools, real estate and stuff like that, how would you advise young people in as far as entrepreneurship is concerned, looking at your journey?
Thank you very much, Emma. I want to take the next to continue with what the professor said in regards to ICT. First of all, ICT is an inevitability. That is something that has come, and I think Minister talked about it. She said that it is here and it is here to stay. Now, how you embrace it matters. Back to the youth, there are very many opportunities in regards to ICT. That is social media. She talked about how people use it, the right and the wrong way. But it is very important for you to know that the people that created these templates or these apps did it for the right reason. So that means the good part of it outweighs the bad part of it. So if well used, for example, I will use an example of real estate. In real estate, we use all social media platforms to advertise.
I've interacted with a number of parents who actually is too afraid for even the sixth industrial revolution. We're looking at now IoT, Internet of Things, you understand. How would you help a parent in this situation to have a paradigm shift towards IT innovations and how to use it correctively, whatever, in a correct way? Thank you.
First of all, it has to be a holistic change. There has to be a mindset shift for parents to understand that innovation starts at a young age. And if you look at how the Western world does it, a child is presented with a laptop at a tender age of 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if that child is exposed to having such an equipment at a tender age, those are the Zuckerberg that you've heard of, the proprietors of Facebook, now Meta. It's because the exposure to the child was early enough. So my encouragement would go to the parents. Please see it best and expose these children to IT at an early age. But also, as a school proprietor, it's very important for us in private sector to always introduce computer studies at an early age. I mean, parents may not be in position to provide computer early enough.
Thank you so much. Sorry, because we are running against time. Thanks so much. Let's give him an hand clap. I think I explained so well. I think it is important for parents to actually help their children transit into digital platforms in a responsible manner. It is here to stay, we can't avoid it. Thank you so much. I want to come to you, Madam Gloria, or Miss Gloria. My question to you, given still your background in tourism, and also I think you are our Lao tourism ambassador. My question to you is, how do you see digital tools to empower young women through Miss Lira?
I think I would use digital tools, to empower the
I beg your pardon?
Digital tools, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah, to empower the young women through digital literacy training. By digital literacy training, we are talking about getting the young girls maybe online, and we don't have to reach them directly. We only have to maybe have a Zoom meeting, Zoom training, something like that. So I think with media, we can make that happen by not having to meet in person, but having to meet on Zoom and FaceTiming, something like that. That is for the queens, yeah? We have to have this training online. And then maybe lastly, I would also use it to online mentorship. We don't have to meet in person to have mentorship like this, but I can have a class online to mentor the queens, talk to them, and align them to the way a queen should be.
Thank you so much. We can also use IT innovations to actually do mentorship online. The Unlimited Youth is one of the organizations that does that. We do both virtual and we do both virtual and physically mentorship through the help of Kakebe technologies. I want to request, if you have a question, please, in the next 1 or 2 minutes, you can ask our panelists. You have to specify who exactly you are directing your question to. But before that can happen, please, you draft it, you pick it for and bring for us here. I want to ask Professor. Professor, you have been too long in academia. You have a lot of, I think it's too, should I say too long? I've used a bad word. Not too long. I think that's a bad word. I would say very long with a lot of experience. Sorry for that. I want to.
Maybe you're telling me something.
Exactly. But, all right. I want to ask you, direct this question to you. How can universities, for example, like Lira University, create innovative learning environment that prepares students for tech-driven futures?
Yeah, thank you, Emmanuel. How can Lira University create a learning environment? Actually, as a university, we're really in the place of rethinking learning as a whole, because we're coming from that, 2D model of learning, which I would call the blackboard learning. We were just talking with the mayor about that very briefly, where the teacher has all the knowledge and the students are a pot, and then the teacher pours knowledge inside the pot, and when the exam comes, the student pours back the knowledge to the teacher marks, and then you get a piece of paper, and then you go. And then we now, moving to this 3D design learning, where you realize that the idea is now more important than anybody else, and then, so how do you facilitate a conversation around the idea in order to create a product, or even systems learning, So we're moving away from the old ivory tower approach of university, which was a university disconnected from the community, where you go to the hill. We used to pray to go to Makere University, the hill, and when you ascend the hill, you become an ascetic. You're not connected to anybody down there because now you have a lot of knowledge, to taking the university to the people. So what do we mean taking the university to the people? Creating a learning environment, a space where now learning can take place, and that's why we're now partnering with Kakebe, Huawei. We have, by the way, we have an MOU with Kakebe, where Kakebe comes and trains our students. We have some students who have even higher qualifications, but we realize that what we need is people who have the skills to teach you these things. And Lira University has been producing some amazing innovations. Some of them have become big businesses.
Exactly.
And Kakebe has been like a midwife, helping to birth different kinds of technologies. If there was time, I would tell you about award-winning technologies that have come out of Lira University, some which has now become huge companies. Honorable Tony knows what I'm talking about because
Professor,
he got the write-up.
I need to take you up from there. The last time I was I was having a conversation with somebody in Kampala. They were talking about, they were asking for the innovation that actually has taken place around the university in Uganda. One of them stood out and they were talking about the Kahu. You understand? Yeah. As Lira University being one of the youngest university in Uganda, what did you do differently under your leadership to make sure that these innovations are coming and is taking a center stage around the world?
So basically it's about leadership. Because remember, talk about the KAU card. When Kakoza actually came to us and said he had the idea of coming up with this debit card called the KAU card, all we could give him was, I think, 1.5 million. That is the money we had. And he crafted something which was launched by the Minister for ICT at Lira University. And then he won 75 million now to scale up his innovation. And as we talk now, KAU card is a company that is worth $2 million.
Can we give a round of applause for that?
In 2 years.
This is happening in Lango sub-region in Lira.
In basically 2 years, it has become a huge company. It won the National Innovation Award. It won the East African Inter-University Innovations Award. It won all kinds of things. We facilitated him with 2 million shillings, about 1.5 to 2 million. There are many students like that. There is another one, actually, a girl called Nalwaga who won the ICT, the Huawei ICT Global Award. I mean, they beat all the universities in the world.
That's great.
And they became the best. And again, with just little monies. And that's why, as a university, we provide leadership. How do you provide leadership? You don't tell people what they should do. You create the environment where they can freely think and innovate. And then you come from the back and you support them. And that is how we're working with all these students.
Thank you so much, Professor. Yes. Honorable Tonyayo. Yes, Honorable Tonyayo is making, maybe asking question. If you have a question, please be ready. Thank you. You're welcome, Honorable.
Thank you, Emmanuel. My question is going jointly to Professor Okaka and Ms. Gloria. Professor, you have been in the creative industry for quite some time, even when we were young. And in terms of making it more beneficial, you joined it together with the tourism issues. I just want to know whether we have any website or application in Lao that has been developed as a platform where everybody would visit to know what is coming up, like Abonyo Kwan level 2 or part 2, or on anything on heritage of Langu, where they are documented and anybody wants would visit there. The Miss Tourism there would, all these issues can have a one-stop center where we get them for Langu. I want to know, or if there's a plan for that, and when. Because I think that would answer most of these issues that we seems to be having scattered things on our tourism, on our heritage, on that. So you still remain lead.
So thank you, Honorable Tony. I'll start and then Gloria will come in. As Northern Uganda, we definitely, somebody said earlier, I think it was the mayor, that we are lagging behind. Because I sit also at the Uganda National Cultural Center now as the chairman, board of trustees. So I'm able to see what is happening all over the country and through the Ministry of Gender. So you'll find that around Kampala, there's a concentration of all kinds of monies from the European Union, from UNESCO, you have money coming from UNDP, you have all kinds of things. And then you have organizations like Pearlwood running, like Pearlwood is, got some huge money from UNESCO, I think, to do exactly what you're talking about. Create a one-stop digital center for all information about dancers and musicians and singers and playwrights and filmmakers and so on and so forth. But Oyeyeng is not there. You can be sure about that. Abonyo is not in that platform. And the reality is that we just not existent there. So there are a lot of things that happen nationally, which actually doesn't actually eventually end up being national in its results. So we have to be intentional about doing something in regards to Lao, in doing something in regards to Northern Uganda. So, but as I speak now, we're actually developing the Oyeyeng website. Oyeyeng, this is part of my Vision 2025. We're working on that website to try to make sure that we're even able to stream films actually on that website. And we're actually partnering with Kakebe. Actually, the Oyeyeng logo was supposed to be here, so Cedric is still supposed to explain to me how the Oyeyeng logo is missing from here, because Oyeyeng is a partner actually in this particular workshop itself. So you asked a very important question, and then I'll throw it back to you again as the chair of the ICT of Parliament. How come you are the chairing the ICT Committee of Parliament, but we don't have these things? So that means, we have to do something about it. It is going to take collaboration, and we can't do this individually. Everyone is going to have to do their part. The politicians will do their part, the security people will do their part, the State House, and then we have Parliament, we have Lira University, we have the creators, we have the beauty queens. Everyone has a role actually to play to make sure that we now build this digital platform where everything you need will be available. I'll pass it to Gloria.
So you want to say something? Okay.
Oh yeah, because the question was for both of us. Just a second.
Yes.
To reply to that question. As Miss Tourism Northern Uganda, we have achieved a lot this year. We were able to have a national queen coming from Northern Uganda, and that is, we are so proud.
Please, we can do better than that, please. Thank you.
Atino Lucky Bianca represented Northern Uganda so well, and on top of that, she went and represented in Malaysia, and she equally did amazingly well representing Uganda. And it was so quick for her to be here. And I'm very humbled to say that she's a student of Lira University. So we are very, very proud of Atino Lucky Bianca. Now, back to the question, comes to pass. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Maybe to that question, how many people knows more best? If you know Spotify, it's better than Spotify. It is streams only the African, it's designed for the African content by the Google Hub on an Android phone. You can actually download it now. It's very simple to use. You can even you call it FM. We're taking on one question from that gentleman behind. Oh, can we have a lady? Please, let me have a lady. Sorry, please. We are trying to do gender balance.
The panelists and the moderator. My question actually goes direct to the Miss Tourism. Yeah, to Miss Uganda is really lacking, so behind. When you compare Central, Western, and Southwestern, it's far much developed, whereby if you go to visit there, you'll have a lot of information about each region. But now come to Uganda, they will only take you to Action Falls, whereby we don't have tourists, don't have that, community knowledge about a particular thing that has happened. So my question to you is, how can you really use the internet or your capacity or the digital marketing to improve Northern Uganda as a whole? Because basically what people knows about Northern Uganda is the Action Falls, leaving behind a lot of other tourist sites that we have here in the north. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the question. I think the question has been answered extensively by her. Maybe we can just go back and revisit the answers. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me have the panelists have their parting shots in 1 minute. Please, I'm beginning from Mr. Asimwe.
I don't know as if we have a question. I don't know.
Yes, we do.
Okay. All right, please give your question.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
I'm JJ Samokuja, team leader JJ Media. I have a question.
Yes,
My
sir.
question goes direct to Professor. Just before the nitty-gritties, thank you so much. I love the innovation of Wehabonyo Tinyere Part 2. How I wish we are all mobilized. They are so... Wake up Bonyo Kwani.
Yes, Apoya.
Wake up Bonyo Kwani. Very
Yes.
sorry for that. I'm very, very sorry for that. Wake up Bonyo Kwani, Part 2. I am sure there are, including me, several, if I remember well, local halls, are so many here. If we had all been informed, in case you've not yet scripted all the participants, we would love to be part of it. Last but not least, you just talked of centering technology, removing it from where people used to go to the hill and seclude themselves from the rest, bring it deep down to the Wananchi. Professor, as a scholar of Makerere University, a very proud one by the way, now that I'm out of Makerere University, am I able to access Lira University as a non-student to access the technology projects that you're going to start up there, non-students? Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let me actually start with the last question. The Minister of ICT, Honorable Tony is here. Actually, they came to look at our suitability for starting an innovation hub at Lira University. I think they went around and all the universities and came back and said Lira was more ready than anybody else in terms of our preparedness, in terms of our creative output. So once they put a technology innovation hub at Lira University, it is not exclusively for Lira University. It should be accessible by the public. And it's going to be a training point. That's why we also have the MOU with Kakebe, because Kakebe realizes that they can only go so far alone. And Lira University realizes that we can only go so far alone. Now, Huawei is also realizing that they can only go so far alone. That's why this collaboration is coming, to make sure that we create a platform where people have access. So you can come to our library and enjoy the library and have access to our digital resources. You can come to the Innovation Hub and create and innovate. Actually, apart from the Innovation Hub, we also plan to build what do we call this? Yes, what is that? Yes, business process outsourcing. There is also the place where you take the idea and then you now scale it into a model, a prototype. No, the name has disappeared. What do you call that thing? No. Before you now go to before you go to the industrial park. Yes. What do you call it?
Prototyping, right? Innovation Hub.
Incubation, yes. There's innovation. Then, once the baby has been born, we take it to the incubation. And then it grows and develops some muscles and bones. And then we now take it to the place where it's ready to hit the market.
Thank you so
all
much,
this
Professor.
is actually part of the university. So the university is no longer the old type of place which is you go to so that you can get some papers. University is a space where you go and then you're inspired and you also inspire. And by the way, recently we're actually organizing a summit, and we are organizing an entrepreneurship summit, and we want to look for all these rich people in Lira, many of who do not have degrees, to come and actually be the presenters, because they are the ones who have the real knowledge about how to make money. And we are the pretenders, because we think that we have the PhDs and so on and so forth. So the world is changing. Actually, I'm more interested in the skills you have now than in the papers that you have. And young people, it is okay to go to the university and get all the degrees, and that is all fine. But the point is, at the end of it all, it is your skill that will feed you.
Thank you very much,
Professor.
Professor.
What will make you rich is actually your talent.
Professor,
Thank you.
we are being caught by time. I think we...
I did not answer a question about Wehabonyokwane.
Okay.
Yeah. So, definitely when we do a movie, you look for people who are going to act. So this is going to be open. Of course, we will prioritize bringing back the characters that were in the old movie who will have roles that will be continuing. Then there will also be new characters that are coming in who are not there. So there will be actually casting that will take place. But also the other thing I wanted to say is that we are also missing out on the creative industry. The creative industry is now one of the biggest producers of GDP for this country. And the North is lacking. We have the talent, but we do not have the money that should come out of that industry. So my business is to inspire as many people as possible to go into acting and filmmaking and all those things in order for us also to reel out the money out of our talents.
Thank you so much, Professor. We've been caught by time. Please, a round of applause to them. Mr. Sumi, please give us your potential in 30 seconds, please.
30 seconds, anyway. Mine is, first of all, I'm very passionate about young people, and that's why I think I'm in education. I want to, first of all, urge the chairperson, ICT, it is only your brother who can bring for you the cake where they cut it from. I want to encourage you that if there is anything that is coming up, please endeavor to bring it back home.
Thank you.
And lastly,
I
want to encourage the young people, please take the opportunity that you have today.
Please, with this, I want to
Thank you.
I want to bring this session to a close. Thank you so much, our panelists, and thank you for listening. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, our dear panelists. Without wasting time, I am going to invite, first of all, we are so sorry that the panel took a little time because that time was fast spent. But I hope we have all learned from the questions that have been asked, from the submissions that they have made. There was a lot to learn about. I hope you have taken something home. My dear campers, I really hope so. Allow me to take this opportunity to welcome Mr. Martin Ogwang from Plan Uganda to talk to us before he can then invite the Minister, Honorable Tony Ayo.
Since I am a panelist who is alone, I am going to use this. Let me also take the opportunity and ride on the protocol that was already laid in the interest of time. Like introduced, my name is Martin Ogwang. I have spent more than 30 years in the community development field, and now with Plan International. An initiative like this is very crucial and very, very important for our young people, and especially for today. And I just want to make a few quotes of my thoughts. One of it is that most of today's problems can be solved through technology in the most part. And people have already alluded to this. And I also want to note that problems are content for technology. In social development, we say that every problem equals to a project. Every problem equals to a project. And every project equals to a solution. So meaning that whenever we see any problem, instead of agonizing, lamenting over it, we should be thinking about the solution to such a problem. And most of the solutions can be technologically driven. But I also want to note that technology without a content leads to absurdity. Technology without a content leads to absurdity. And like I said, we can also note that content without technology equals to backwardness. If you have any content and you do not put technology in it, it's going to result into backwardness. But again, if you have content, if you have content and you don't put, if you have technology and you simply use the technology, without any content, such use of technology will lead to absurdity. And therefore, technology without a content leads to absurdity, and content without technology will lead us to backwardness. A community without technology thrives in subsistence, hand to mouth. If we have any community that does not embrace technology, even at your home, you're going to survive on subsistence. You will thrive. Your subsistence level is going to thrive. You will live from hand to mouth. But technology without a community content is a misplaced jewel. Technology without a community content is a misplaced jewel. We have used technology a lot in community development. And when we talk about community development, almost everything is inside community development. Meaning that we have a problem that affects us in all spheres of life. At family level, in the economic transformation, we need technology. In education, we need technology. In healthcare, we need technology. In WASH, we need technology. So we can need technology in almost everything. In savings and credit, we need technology. And so, I guess what I can say is that the biggest problems that affect us today requires the biggest thoughts. One day I was attending, I actually sit on one of the global platform on climate change from a civil society perspective. And last year, we were negotiating with the European, with the EU Parliament to increase our financing in the area of climate justice. We're discussing about climate justice, and one of our negotiations was that climate change has come to stay. And when we realized that the mayor talked about the polluter pays policy, but we realized that some of those polluters are not paying. And we're negotiating that they should increase financing as part of climate justice to $100 million. That should come to the developing countries. We succeeded in getting that with the EU Parliament. The question comes on how this is going to be got. Now, when we asked about the question of climate, one of these richest men told us Don't even ask me. And I want to say this. I think this was Jack Ma. Jack Ma, one of the richest people in China, said, for me, the question of climate change is not my question. That question, the answer is with the young people. You go and ask them. We asked him why. He said, when I was growing up, I was only preoccupied with the problem of my time. At that time, if you want to buy anything, you need to go to a market, a supermarket, get a lorry and drive very far. And for me, that is what baffled me. That's what I was thinking about, of where is the solution for this? Why would people keep, you have your thing to sell, you need to hire a lorry, you have to go through a bad road, you have to take it to a far distance and gather it in one place, and then thereafter somebody comes and buys it and also takes the loan. For him, it was such a bother. And that is how he came up with the e-commerce and also did internet to connect people. So he said for him, he saw this, he solved this problem. Climate change is not my problem, so don't even ask me. Today, we have a lot of challenges that are facing us because of climate change. The answer lies with you people who are here. We don't even have to think so deeply about it. We need to know there's a problem. You need to give us the answer. At Plan International, we created and support several small community-based innovation hubs. And one of them is here in Lira City. And so you can be, after you've learned what you want to learn, or if you want to further your learning, you'll be welcome to come and continue that learning. We have one here, we have another in Aleptong. We probably will create more, but also we want to support innovations that are coming from the young people. We don't have the answer, we only have the question. The answer lies with you. So as you sit to learn, those ideas that you have that will solve a problem is what will make us great. Thank you so much. Let me also now take the opportunity and invite the Honorable Member of Parliament, who I went to school with, although he was a little boy, younger than me at that time. And now he has become bigger than me. Honorable Tony, you're welcome. He's also my Member of Parliament, incidentally. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Wow. Good afternoon, everyone. I am happening to be the person between all of us and lunch. So I am begging for your indulgence that I won't take long, because we have taken quite long without having water, without having lunch. So as a teacher, professionally, that becomes a very difficult class, especially with the picking the ideas. My name is Tony Ayo, Member of Parliament representing Kwania constituency. I am the chairperson of Parliamentary Committee on ICT and National Guidance, and I am also the NRM Regional Whip for members of Parliament of NRM in charge of Lango. Now today, I am not going to get into this long protocol of ours, but I recognize all friends who are here. When I met Otolo, Cedric, he came to me and said, I'm trying to follow up on, we won some award here with the Ministry for Science and Technology. I have been running for 3 years almost coming. I failed to meet the Minister of ICT. I have failed to meet everybody. we get opportunities to go out of the country, but we have nobody attending to us. Then I told him, then this is very unfortunate, but it's good. I am here as the chair of ICT of Parliament, and you are here. Let's try to see how we work together. I think within less than a week, he had met everybody. He met the Minister of ICT. I was able to walk with them to UCC, to NITAU, to whoever wanted to meet them. And I brought the Committee of ICT of Parliament to visit Kakebe. When we visited them, it was amazing. All the members of Parliament said no. I think we agree with you to say we are not concentrating things in Kampala. Let's move out of Kampala. And one of the centers is going to be Lira with the Kakebe. Then when we went to Lira University, we found they were already on ground with the Professor Okaka working together with the Kakebe. I think Parliament just had nothing to say but to say we want Lira University to immediately be supported to host the Innovation Center, and working with the Kakebe also to do the Business Process Outsourcing Center. Now we have Huawei on board. So what is remaining is simply for us to work together here. Because I realized people are only talking, complaining, and complain and complain and expect somebody else to do it. And that's a big problem. But with this team of young people of Kakebe, I think for them, they are not complaining. They are looking for problems and putting themselves at the center of it, head on to say, can we get a solution to this? And I think that kind of thinking is what has brought this tech camp today. Because when he told me, I said, go ahead. Whatever you need, let me know. So recently I called when I was looking for my ED of NITAU. I said, you had promised Kakebe support for iTech. I said, no. You are aware we are just doing procurement for most of the things, but we were able to work with the Huawei, so they are giving support, but we shall come later. So that is the network which I want to say. Thank you to whoever is not complaining, but coming up to join, to give a hand, to support Northern Uganda, to support Lao in pursuing using technology to solve all our problems. Because now, what do you need? This one, they call it which card? Professor. The other business, financial is called the card, that financial, KAU card. We want you who are here that you get the knowledge from wherever you are. You become a creator. Back in your village, you're able to go to your business people. Take their small design, their businesses. Do promotion within the villages. Let them know how to, using WhatsApp, using Telegram, using whatever they have, to do their business. I have a sister who was in Lira here. Then she went to Kampala. I told her, now it is expensive to rent a house for your accommodation. It's expensive to rent a shop. It's expensive to do all this. Do business online. She picked on supplying the working ladies with the office dresses. You know, ladies, they want to compete even when in offices. The dress you have put on this month, you can only wear it again after 6 months. But they have got to work 5 days a week So you can imagine the number of clothes only one lady can buy. So she went to business online, using Telegram, using WhatsApp, using all these other things, TikTok. Last month, my sister told me, I am going to Dubai to buy a car. I said, has it come to that already? Said, yes. He bought a car. I brought with this a car, bought 60 million. I said, from where? I don't have a shop, but from this business I am doing, you see. So this is what I am telling all of you. That use this technology, use the learning, use the idea you have to promote whatever you are doing. Even to create contents for yourself. Every time people go to watch you on TikTok, your creation on TikTok, what we're only fighting to see that these companies are able to pay the creators and on time, and that's the work we are doing as Parliament with the UCC and with the NITAU. So that is coming on. So this is why in the digital economy, one important thing is the digital service, the e-service. Innovation and development, for you to create contents. As government, we have a duty to ensure that the infrastructure is built across the country. There is network everywhere. The strength. So last month you have heard the president launched the last mile connectivity project, phase 5 of backbone infrastructure. But that one I can tell you, Professor, we went to the university. Last month I had a meeting with the NITAU. Because I told them, you people, you need to pay me back for what I have done. I want all the schools in Lango, all secondary schools, all health centers, all sub-county headquarters, all big towns or town councils or town boards to have cable internet. I told them that's what I want you people to pay me, including some centers where you put the public, we have free Wi-Fi there because it's cheap but strong. That is the pay. I asked them because you remember, government had moved to rationalize over 36 entities, moving them away from being semi-autonomous to go under ministries. And one of the entities that was supposed to be mainstream to Ministry of ICT is NITAU. But as the chairperson, the only institution of government that survived rationalization is NITAU. And I played the central and crucial role because I knew if we move back to the ministry, there's going to be a delay. You remember what happened to REA? When all projects are to stall up to now. So if we were to delay the infrastructure of ICT across the country, even by 2 years or even 3 years, that would have been too much for the country. So we were able to convince the president in one of the meetings when we presented all this, and he agreed and said, okay, can I give them 3 years to complete all these projects? I said, fine. Let's start with the 3 years. So I told them to pay me back for keeping that. Just ensure in Lango, you cover all the places with the internet. And they have agreed to do that. And that's why any program of this place, in the sector, you'll find UCC is coming. I hope they came and, Professor, did they bring the computers to the university? They're on the way. They will come. So my request to you, can we all come together? We have Jerusalem, we have Lira University, we have Kakebe, and we have the mayor and the RCC who are supportive. Can we come together and take advantage of this time where you have somebody who sits there and directs and says, let that be done, and it is done. Because next time, other people will take advantage. That's for me. And quietly, I'm only saying it here so that you learners, that opportunity, you use it well. When we get the center at the university, the hub, that is for public, for the whole of Lango, and we are pushing for it, and we want that to come. That would give a big push and strength to ICT development in Lango, so that the rest, these young people have got the brains, they will do it. I had a written speech, but I don't know if I should still again go through it, because I was supposed to present on our roadmap as we sit here. And I think it's important. Let me go through them quickly. It is with immense pride and joy that I stand before you today at the grand launch of Kakebe Tech Camp and invite the speaker to hear of our nation's aspiration for digital empowerment and innovation, Innovative Uganda. Under the theme, Empowering Youth for Digital Future, Building Skills for Innovation and Regional Development, we are gathered here to chart a path towards a brighter future, where technology serves as the cornerstone for development, inclusion, and growth in the Lango sub-region. As the chairperson Parliamentary Committee on ICT and National Guidance, I have had the privilege to witness the transformative power of technology across Uganda. Today, I am delighted to share with you my ambitious and actionable plan to position the Lango region as a hub for innovation, entrepreneurship, and digital excellence. Technology is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity. It's the engine driving economy, transforming education, modernizing governance, and connecting communities. In the Lango region, we have a unique opportunity to harness the potential of ICT to uplift our people, strengthen our institutions, and make our businesses competitive on a global scale. Through the strategic partnership between Government of Uganda, Kakebe Technologies, Lira University, Huawei, Jerusalem, and all other stakeholders, I am confident that we can address key sectors critical to regional development. Let me outline some of the pivotal areas that we shall focus on. One which is unique, but very crucial, the digitizing faith communities, empowering churches and mosques. I hope this is rare, because nobody expected would come in this. But I'm starting from there, as we say, for God and our country. Faith communities are an integral part of our society. They guide our morals, provide solaces, and unite us as a people. To amplify their voices and extend their reach, we are committed to digitizing places of worship across the Lango region. Using a unified application channel, we will enable churches and mosques to broadcast sermons, share announcements, and engage their congregations online. Websites and digital platforms will connect faith communities to their members locally and globally. First one of these initiatives shall see 50 places of worship digitized, setting a precedent for how faith communities can thrive in the digital era. Now you see where we are going. That's why I was asking Professor, do we have a platform for creative art, the film, the movies, and then the tourism comes in? So I am asking the team of Kakebe that since we're already working with the university, since Professor is here, concern why Oyeyeng Theatre Group. I don't know if all of you know about a young theater group. Can I ask the youngest person here? Who is the youngest? My daughter there. You. I am assuming this one here. No. You get up. Uh-huh. You. Uh-huh. Have you ever heard about a young theater group? Professor. Can you answer my question when Professor is hearing on the microphone? Have you ever heard about something called Oyeyeng Theater Group?
No.
Thank you. Abonyo Kwanisi may be aware of, but the big organization which is Oyeyeng Theater Group. So this is now the time to have it back. And I'm going to ask the Kakebe team that we work to ensure that we have a platform for the cultural heritage, for tourism, so that we begin also to get there, using Monya, which is already there, just like the faith base. So I think we are going to start from there. Our next agenda is on ICT training for schools, fostering creativity and innovation. Our youth are the backbone of our future. To prepare them for competitive global economy, we must equip them with the tools of thinking creatively, critically, and innovatively. Through ICT training in schools, we will introduce robotics, software development, digital designs to secondary school students. Students will be encouraged to develop websites, create robotics projects, and design applications, skills that will position them as problem solvers and creators of change. I think this is what my brother Ogwang was talking about. That you think critically to provide solutions to problems to cause change in your society. We do not want any more complainers in this society, because that has been our nature, is complain and blame other people, and yet you are there to provide a solution. Our goal is to reach 30 schools in Lao region during the first phase, nurturing and new generation technology, survey and innovation. So that's now the target, because we can't just sit here that we are launching Kakebe, the tech camp, when we do not know where we are going. Because the greatest challenge today for us, most people came into contact, like with the computer at the university. Now, when you compare such a person with the one who came into contact or interacted with the computer when he is in 4 years, they are two different people. The issue of hearing children with the computer should not be an issue, because these are technologies that you can lock them. You can protect them from accessing certain programs, from accessing certain websites, and they remain only accessing what they need to know. So this is the message that we should take to our community and parents, that they fear of technology spoiling children because they get into interacting with the programs that are not of their age. Should not be the issue, because this is a technology that can be controlled, that parents can guide on, so that mentality, we should campaign against it and let them know that there is a way out, so that children can begin to interact with these IT equipments as early as 3 years old. And this, you are the messengers. And what you'll do with it is what will help our parents understand. Now, mentorship in ICT and personal development, like what we are doing today. Empowering young people goes beyond imparting technical skills. It involves guiding them towards personal growth and sustainable success. We'll launch a mentorship program in collaboration with the schools, institutions, and Kakebe Technologies, focusing on business, entrepreneurship, and leadership. In partnership with the Lira University, this initiative has already begun to inspire the youth to envision themselves as leaders in ICT and beyond. Together, we will build a foundation of resilience, innovation, excellence among the young people. And I think here we're already at this, and more will come. Because as the chair of ICT, I can tell you the problem is not money. When I get to UCC, when there's a lot of money, some people are even playing with and they have no results. When we moved around, you find they have given out about 500 million. And somebody is showing you 20 computers is what they have done. So the issue should not be money, the issue should be us coming together. And you will see more support that Kakebe, together with the university, will generate to promote ICT in the region. Expanding the capacity of internet connectivity. Access to internet is the gateway to knowledge, opportunities, and global connectivity. Under the government National Development Agenda, we are committed to extending the internet infrastructure to schools and institutions across the country. Working with the NITA-U, Ministry of ICT and UCC, and other stakeholders like MTN and Airtel, among others, we will ensure that schools benefit from the national fiber backbone network, enabling seamless connectivity for students and educators. This initiative aligns with our goal of making ICT accessible to every corner of Uganda, bringing the bridging the digital divide and fostering inclusiveness. One of the things we are now sure of is that we got a project of $350 million, which is being implemented and supposed to be running for 3, then 4 years the project should be complete. As of now, they are doing procurement and work has started to ensure, what I was telling you, to ensure that all corners of Uganda is connected with a fast, cheap internet. Because it's through internet that we can do all these things. So that one, forget about it, is resolved. What we are remaining with now is the cost of IT gadgets, the computers and the tablets and all that, and the smartphones. Because one of the challenges why internet is expensive is that a few people have it, but the internet providers will charge the cost of internet as a bundle. So if we were 10, our cost would be more expensive than when 100 people are using it. So this is one of the measures. And there was a company that was licensed to produce phones and tablets in the country. And they are producing it. But in one of our meetings, we realized these people are producing the smart devices, phones and what, packing them in boxes and exporting them. They are producing them here from Namambi. The phones are produced here cheap and good, and the purpose was to reduce the cost of a smartphone. To reduce it completely so that at 150,000, 120,000, you are able to buy a good smartphone. But the phones are packed and exported. And then we are using the expensive imported ones because the taxes are also there. So we are also discussing for those who are using high-end phones, iPhones and those, is it A21, A32 of Samsung? Those ones can pay taxes. But the phones that are for everybody, the taxes should be reduced. So that's what we're discussing. Because if many people can access the smart devices, then many people are able to. Even our old women in the village, they can now touch the screen to just call the sun. And that's the thinking where internet becomes cheaper, everybody's connected. The market is widened. Because if we have 20 million people, Ugandans, on smartphones, and any information that goes to 20, 30 million people, you see, that's the market. That's where the information, that's where creative work is reaching all that group of people. So on that, I think there's work in progress. Now, our bigger vision. Our agenda is ambitious, but it's achievable. By integrating ICT into our various sectors, including education, faith, governance, culture, business, we are laying the ground for a region that is not just connected, but competitive. Organizations and government offices, ICT will streamline operations, improve service delivery, and enhance transparency. For businesses, digital tools will enable small enterprises to reach wider markets, enhance productivity, and increase their profitability. Schools and institutions, by embracing technology, they will produce graduates who are ready to tackle the challenges of the modern world. The actions we are calling for, or our call for actions to you, ladies and gentlemen, is that the future of the Lango depends on the steps we take today. I urge each one of you, government officials, educators, the business people, the youth, the private sector, the non-governmental organizations, to join hands in this mission. Together, we can make Lango region a shining example of how ICT can transform communities, drive development, and uplift lives. To the youth, to the young people in this audience, seize this opportunity with both hands. That's my call to you. Go and sit there. Don't start complaining about, you see, the water is also not very good. The place where we are sleeping is also not very good. You know, the food did not have enough oil. You know, the portion was like they would have just brought the flour, and then we would now drink water with the flour here, because that's not the point. The point is, now that you have come among the very many youth in Lango, or from wherever you have come from, take it as an opportunity for you. Get out of fear when you are changed, when you can use technology, when you become innovative, even thinking more to solve the problems that are here. You don't need to be a graduate of Harvard University. Professors told you here, you can have masters, but you'll ask somebody who have got skills, who is going to train you on how you can survive. And that it is what it is now. Because unfortunately for us as a country, and that's why government is looking at changing the syllabus to be more practical. Because in other countries, they pay skills. The technicians are paid more. Even when they have a paper, here one would call it a diploma or first degree. But they have the skills in the plumbing, in connecting water, in fixing valve, in fixing the floors, in doing things, in fixing the road, than some of our degrees that we have here. So just know yourself, you are being equipped with a skill that will feed you the next minute if you take it seriously. You know, before I came, I took my son to meet some boy. My own son, who graduated in civil engineering. But he wants to stay in my house. So today I picked him. That's why I even came late. So we went to meet a boy who did a Bachelor of Art, and is it industrial design, something. But because I've seen this boy is getting contracts, building houses, even built the house of my brother. Very nice house. And I told him, did you see the house of that brother of ours? I said, I saw it. I said, do you know the man who built it? He said, no. So I told him, this boy studied art. But he's now getting contracts to build houses. But the graduates like you are sitting in their father's houses. Today. So I said, you sit, we go to, we went, I called the man, we met him. So the man was telling me, yes, I did hard, but basic, some course units would be on, because if you are finishing a building, you must know how the house is built. Because you'll reach a certain stage, then you'll want to change the design of finishing the house. Then you must have some knowledge about house construction. So when he came, he would go to site, because waiting for a house that has already been built by someone and they call you, that now come and finish is not easy. People have their people. So he had to go and teach himself how they build from, until combining with his knowledge, he became an expert. So I asked him, don't you think now you need to be a proper engineer, you go back to school? Then he told me, actually, I have enrolled this year, January, February, I'm going to university to now study civil engineering so that I have my papers. The one I'm using, I am just trying to be creative and innovative. Now what he studied first is now not using it. He started doing something he did not study, but just little knowledge, but because he had the fashion for that, now he's doing it. So exactly, that is the life of young people, all of you. So what you're going to get here may end up actually be the beginning of your life. So take it seriously. And we shall do more, because with the UCC multimedia skilling, we have agreed, I think, for Lango, there was a company that was given but not doing a very good job. So that one I am supervising myself to ensure that in many districts, we again pick young people like this and skill them. Because do you know that even just taking a picture on phone, so many people do it very wrongly. I saw it today, and I was not happy. I saw it when people are holding their phones, taking pictures here. I said, now we need again to train people. Because you are going to share a picture which is crooked. The whole of me, when you share my picture, I look like this. Because you have deformed me. You have either held the phone like this or like this. So let me also give you a little skill. When you are taking pictures, hold your phone at 90 degrees. Straight like this. Then now you adjust the distance or the angle and what? And also the direction of the sun. Don't take the picture when the sun is that side, then you also, and you are sharing it. That one will give you zero money. I hope you go back with that skill, because I can't allow you to go without knowing anything. But I know this team is going to take you through that. So let me conclude. As I conclude, let us remember that technology is not just about devices and software. It's about people. As I conclude, I want you to know that technology is not about devices. It's not about the phone. It's not about the software. It's about the people. And that's why Martin here said, these rich Chinese. He was wondering why people, you have to go a very bad road, do what in trucks? Let me develop e-commerce so that these things can come up to your door. You don't have to struggle. Somebody is going to ride a bike that can maneuver this place and only bring yours at the time you want it, in a very safe way. And what? So it is about people. Don't think about technology. Think about people. What problems do they have? How can I take opportunity to get money out of that? That is what technology, it will enable you because the tools are there. It is about people. It's about how we use those tools to solve problems, connect communities, and create a better future for all. I thank Kakebe Technologies, Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, Huawei Technologies, Lira University, and all the team of the partners that are here for all your support towards this first technology camp in Lira City, in Elango. And I'm saying this should just be the beginning, but more greater and bigger training we should be ready to support. Together we are building a Elango region that is not only digitally empowered, but as a globally competitive community. I look forward to discussing innovations and partnership that will emerge from this program. Let us work together to realize our shared visions of brighter, more connected future and digitally transformed society. I thank you, and I say this for God and my country. And then I wish you a prosperous New Year 2025. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The National Chair for ICT, Honorable Tony Ayo, for the good elaborations you've made to the youth here, and also to all of us. We are so much grateful as well for your time that you've spent together with us. We would like to thank our manager from Plan Uganda for coming through, the DVC, Lira University, Professor Kakebe Dahotum. Thank you so much for allowing for us to use your busy schedule and being part of this. We'd like to appreciate the Mayor of Lira City for being with us here, and RCC of Lira City, thank you. And to all of us, the participants, let's join our hands to thank our leaders and bearers who are with us here from the beginning and to the end. I would like to say we've spent a lot of time. We were supposed to end this activity at 2 p.m., but because we are Africans, we didn't follow time. We have another activity tomorrow. I'll expect us to follow time so that we can be able to end on time. But allow me to appreciate all of you. And I'm saying today we are going to end here. And tomorrow we need to report to our training centers so that we can begin and as well end in time. May the good Lord bless us all. I'm saying this for God and my country. I'm going to call on Joshua, who will give a brief information to all of us. Then I'll request one of us to pray as we close, and that will be none other than the professor, Kakebe Dahotum, will pray for us as we exit. Joshua.
Thank you. You appreciate yourself with some claps. To all the learners, tomorrow we'll start very early as 7 a.m. with the breakfast at the campsite, but also after that we shall have orientation. So make sure you register latest 9 a.m. tomorrow. And those who are the residential students, there are 2 vans outside for Jerusalem Health Science and Heritage. You make sure that after the program, you jump in one of those, and then you make sure you're taken at the campsite. And I want to appreciate all our partners and everyone for coming through. Tomorrow. Yeah, there's callers after here. You can go back home, send our greetings and regards, and then see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow at 7 a.m. Yeah. If you come later than 7, you'll miss breakfast. Okay? So make sure you're there by 7 a.m. Thank you.
As I welcome Professor to pray for us, I would like to thank QFM. All these activities that are happening here, they were able to stream it live. Thank you so much, QFM. May God bless you.
Let us pray. Father, we thank you for a beautiful day. We give you all the praise and the glory and the honor. We thank you again for the gift of life, for allowing us to live at this time. We thank you for the gifts and callings in our lives. We thank you for the talents you have given us, and you will ask us to account for it on the last day. Father, I pray that you just help us to understand why we are here, what you have called us to do, who we need to